Tonight I'm going out with the goal of nature journaling some nocturnal animals. Let's see what I can find here in the rainforest. It's La Selva Biological Research Station. A lot of this forest here has been in conservation since the early 60s. Lots of cool animals, lots of cool diversity. Let's see what we can find. There can be pit vipers, super camouflaged ones such as the terciopellos could be sitting right on the side of the trail. I nature journaled one of those last year here. It was super cool, really beautiful, an amazing animal, but you got to keep your eyes open. There's also all kinds of cool frogs that could be out here, cool bugs that you can find. There's some army ants. The leafcutter ants are still active. The poison dart frogs are no longer active, but you can still find them. There's geckos, all kinds of cool stuff. But the thing I most want to see in nature journal would be some snakes. But you know how it is when you're too focused on nature journaling one thing, it can be hard and you might not notice all the other cool stuff that could happen. There could even be mammals out here active at night. We'll see. Frog that is super cute. Look at those eyes. Oh, I should probably just stop and nature journal that frog, but I have this feeling that I should just keep walking. Plus the fact is that as soon as I start slowing down, the mosquitoes start biting me, and I know I shouldn't walk too fast because oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Check this out right here. All right, this is like the coolest possible, one of the coolest possible things I could find right now. So now it's time to not get stuck in the trap of just taking photos, not get just stuck in the trap of looking for something else or passing it by. Now it's the time to pull out my nature journal supplies and actually try to nature journal this thing. The first thing I'm going to do is check out my contacts, make sure everything is safe here, make sure there's not any other venomous snakes on the ground, and this snake that I'm going to be nature journaling is a venomous snake, so gotta be careful. All right, here's where everything that I've been teaching you on the Nature Journal show is going to suddenly come into play in a big way. Wow, look at that huge water droplet just landed there. So having developed a fault-tolerant style is going to be really important right now. Being able to work quickly, being able to find all of your gear, being able to get to your gear without too much friction, all of those little places where you could give up, where you could stop, where you could procrastinate, where you could postpone, where you could succumb to perfectionism. All those things you've been practicing are going to be essential right now. Nature journaling in awkward situations, all of that stuff, because right now is when it's really gonna make a difference. It's late at night, you're tired. Look at that water droplet. This water, I might need to move slightly over here. So going straight to ink, gotta try to capture information quickly, but at the same time, don't want to fall into the trap of just creating a portrait, species profile, or something like that. So pretty soon here, I'll start turning this into a diagram, start zooming in, capturing more of the context, things like that. What was that sound? Thought I just heard something. Be sure to check out some of my other videos about nature journaling at night, nature journaling in the dark. This isn't science illustration, this isn't animal portraiture, and animals don't just float in blank space. So I'm going to show a picture of the context with me standing next to the trail, finding the snake and its location. This animal doesn't exist in isolation. Okay, look how fast that was to get that contextual information. I can add these trees, I could add color, add darks like black ink into this later. Now let me get a little bit of metadata, such as the time. So I just noticed that the tail seemed surprisingly stubby to me. When I look closely, I noticed that the tail actually goes into a hole in the leaf. So I'm going to write that down. The things you discover while you're nature journaling, while you're drawing, are super important. Okay, next, I can zoom in on parts of it. So for example, the head would be very interesting to zoom in on. Maybe I could even sit on the ground. Maybe I could even sit on the ground right here. That should be safe, right? Yeah, I think so. Check the ground for biting ants. The bullet ant is probably actually the most dangerous thing here. Okay, so this is probably a bad idea. I'm doing one of the things that you shouldn't really do in the tropics. I'm sitting on the ground, but it just seems like the best place. Whoa, that was scary. I think a giant tree just fell down in the forest. Now that is actually one of the real dangers, and getting bit by bullet ants. So I'm just making sure that there's not a bunch of ants down here. There's not a bunch of hiding places. I'm gonna try to get a couple sketches up close of the head of the snake. Okay, the problem is when I put my binoculars up to look, it blocks the light for the camera. It's unfortunate. Okay, I don't really feel great about this sitting on the ground situation. Oh, and the mosquitoes found me too. My ink is also behaving weirdly. It seems like it's coming out too fast. Protruding ventral scales. I think they're ventral scales. So I can see the pits and other stuff on this part of the face. Something like that. So this is, I'll share the link to my video about drawing while looking through your binoculars, but that's what I'm trying to do right now, and it's blocking the light that's going to the page. So it makes the video a little bit hard. So I got that zoomed in on the head. I'm gonna put in sort of like a dividing line here, just for purely aesthetic or organizational reasons. Oh, look at that, lovely mosquitoes finding me. What's that smell? I'm gonna change position because I don't really feel comfortable here sitting on the ground. The bullet ant is the most painful one of the most painful non-lethal experiences known to humans, so it's probably not worth trying that right now. Okay, so I got that. I don't have my colors, and this would also be a really challenging time and place to do watercolor, so let's see what else I can do. I wonder what the deal is with the tail going through the hole. I'm gonna write some questions. Oh, what a cool snake. I should probably estimate the actual size on it, especially since I made this so big. I'm not gonna go measure its head. So what I'm gonna do is estimate. Let's estimate in centimeters. So I'll get out my ruler. Let's say maximum it's a 3 centimeter head. And then I should estimate the whole length of the snake. All right, we've only been here for 15 minutes, but look what we're able to capture. This is the type of nature journaling that I've been trying to develop and share with you over the last 5 years or more. Just getting in there really quickly, directly to ink, confident, clean, fault tolerant, even with water droplets falling on the page, mosquitoes buzzing through our ears. We've developed a practice that allows us to get this information quickly and confidently. Whoa, what was that? Quickly and confidently onto the page. So in case you have to run because some other animal starts coming, in case the animal you're drawing leaves, in case it starts raining, you're able to get something on the page in a short amount of time. All right, I need to figure out what's going on here because I just heard something crashing through the bushes by me. Thanks to my Patreon members for making this video possible. Learn more and join the exclusive community at this link here. Bye.